Hello stars, this is Gwendolyn. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time. This is the monthly tarot scope for May. And I just want to thank everyone who has subscribed. This past month, this channel hit subscribers, and that's all thanks to you guys. So I just want to, send out my appreciation and say thanks. And it's been wonderful to watch this channel grow over time, and I love sharing these tarot scopes with you and the new moon and full moon videos. And I'm doing a series right now on the personality numbers and life path numbers. So just want to say thanks to all of you. It wouldn't be possible without any of you. So thanks so much. And also hitting views. So it's pretty awesome to watch that happen. So again, thanks. And I also think that I might start doing periscopes from time to time. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. I think I'm going to start with doing one on Friday, May 6th for the new moon. So name's the same there. It's Readings by Gwendolyn on Periscope. So I'm going to do one Friday, May 6th at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And yeah, hope to see you there. Anyway, here are the tarot scopes for me. Hello Sagittarius, welcome to 16. This is your tarot scope for me. I'm going to shuffle the cards and then we will get right into 16 tarot scope for Sagittarius. Seems okay, so for Sagittarius, oh, looks like a new beginning right out of the gate for you in Sag. Ace of Wands is your first card. And that card has a really fresh, vibrant energy. It kind of reminds me of just like the beginning of summer. If you think of the image of a parade and the baton twirler out front, that's very Ace of Wands energy. The person who's out front, who's leading the parade, who's throwing the baton into the air, that's all Ace of Wands stuff. And it's also, we see that image show up in like a relay race, and the person with the Ace of Wands is the person who's the active element in the race, the person who's actively running. So it's a fire card, just like you, Sag. And they show you some elements of passion, of motivation, of excitement, of all that fire energy. It's like a new spark. And because it's an ace, it's a new beginning. So there's a chance to renew something or start a new chapter. If you find yourself having motivation, having the enthusiasm for beginning something new, it's like it's a clear day, and it's when things burst forth. It's got that energy of spring or summer when things are blooming. It actually works with here that we're in. So Sag, this would be a good opportunity for you to start something new. I also see it in tandem with, this is another card that you can see in the imagery that here it is, the universe handing you this Ace of Wands, this flowering stem. And then here also in Four of Cups, there's the universe trying to hand you a cup, which is heart energy, which is emotional, it's emotionally based. It's things to do with emotion in the heart, things that fill you up, things that fill your heart up. So the message of Four of Cups, along with this ace, this new beginning, there's something that's going to be able to fill your heart if you can look up and out of yourself. It's not going to be in the foreground where you have seen things happen. It's not going to be in the daily routine of life. It's not going to be like the same old, same old. This is stuff that's already yours, already existing. And what you need to do with Four of Cups is look up, look out of yourself, see what else the universe is trying to hand you, because it's something that is going to fill your heart. I sometimes call this card a Rip Van Winkle card, because you can see the weeds are growing around him, or plant life is growing around him. Sometimes this is a card of warning not to be too introspective, not to be too wrapped up in yourself. In the Rider-Waite, it's just a man sitting under a tree, and he's kind of like, I call this card sometimes navel gazing. So look up and out. Look to see what's sort of beyond the horizon of what you normally see. Maybe go to like a different neighborhood. go do something that's outside of your routine, the world wants to hand you something that you're going to love. So put yourself in a place not only to receive it, but actually to even see it. There's something right now that is blocking you feeling completely yourself and abundant. Both of these cards can relate to you, Sag. This is Queen of Wands, which is Queen of Fire. That's a very Sagittarian card, and I'm reading that as you here. And then this is Empress, also in reverse. Both of these are in reverse. So what that means is that there's some sort of doubt, some sort of shadow. There's a way in which they're in shadow, or there's some fear that you need to get through to recorrect it, or the energy is just suppressed. It's right under the surface. So with Empress in reverse, what it's saying is, to me, is that maybe the time is not fertile for something. Empress is usually pregnant, and she's a card of creativity, of fertility, of when things blossom and bloom and grow. It may mean that there's a waiting period from this ace beginning to when you actually see the birth of this thing come about. Whatever it is that you're taking, you may have a gestation period, because with Empress, everything blooms and grows, but you may not actually see this thing come forth until the fall. She is, I look at Ceres and Demeter with Empress, and that's also the goddess that's in charge of the harvest. We see these wheat staffs shooting up here. In Greek mythology, Demeter or Ceres is the goddess who's in charge of the spring, the summer, when everything is growing. And her daughter is Persephone, who's, she sort of rules the time when it's winter and things are in decline. But Empress rules when things are growing and abundant. So you may need to wait with it, whatever this new beginning was. There may be a gestation period, because it's not the time for her expanding or showing forth the abundance, the prosperity. This project, whatever it is that you begin, you need time to grow before you see all of its abundance. Or you may not be feeling fully yourself. Both of these cards in reverse tell me that, you're not your normal fiery, vibrant self. Queen of Wands is usually very confident, very attractive, very sunny disposition. She's easy to laugh. She's just got this sort of warm, sunny, fiery disposition. There's a little bit of feeling out of sorts here, or not quite yourself, not quite your normal, prosperous, abundant, full, vital self. You fire signs are full of vitality. So if something feels like it's dampened or beneath the surface, you might want to ask yourself, what is it that you need to break through? In other words, are there fears that you need to get over, or doubts? Or is there a way in which this is in shadow? Or is it just that you need to take a time out and let this thing develop, and you need to let it gestate? You might have sort of this pregnancy awaiting you. And for those of you, if any of you Sages are trying to get pregnant, I see it as being a little bit of a challenging time for it right now at the beginning of maybe, or if some of you are pregnant, it seems like there may be some difficulties with pregnancies, or that you just need a time out in terms of dealing with, you just need to take it easy and not be your full, you feel like, my spirit is a little damp and I can't go out and run that marathon, and I can't, all the fire signs are usually pretty active. So maybe a time where you're not able to put forth to the world what it is that you're gestating, whatever it is that it needs time to continue to grow. It's not the right time to put it forth. In the middle, I hope that makes sense to you, Sag. If you have any questions about it, feel free to put questions in the comments, but I'm hoping that that's clear. In the middle of the month, I'm seeing, here's the funny thing. I'm seeing surrender to some sort of collaborative project. This is Hangman, which is someone who does things their own way. It's a major arcana card too. So it says that you've just kind of like surrendered. That's what he does in this card. He's in a difficult position, but he surrenders to it. And therefore he finds enlightenment in having surrendered to it. And I'm seeing it in regards to some sort of collaborative project. 3 of Coins usually means building something with a group of people or working on a group project. Sometimes it can be multiple streams of income, but it's something to do with creativity. And there's more than one person involved. And I'm seeing that you may not have the influence in this project. You have to just surrender to what's going on, but you can find a comfortable place in that surrender. So it's sort of like saying, I'm just going to do things my own way. But I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'm not trying to conform to what everybody else expects. I'm just going to hang here. And in the Rider-Waite, we see a halo around his head because he's actually finding some enlightenment in surrendering and letting go. So if there's a group or collaborative project in which you've needed to sort of surrender to how it's going, that's going to be very freeing for you, and it's going to maybe make you feel more relaxed and enlightened regarding it. There is an air sign involved that is not really seeing eye to eye with you, or that may be presenting difficulties or troubles. It's a younger person, and air signs are Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. There's someone who would be acting in a young manner, or a young man that is at odds with whatever's going on with you in relation to this project. He's either witnessing it, or he's not liking it, or he may be, giving his input that isn't really welcome. He can be very dogmatic. This Page of Swords, he believes he knows what the truth is, or he sees his own truth, and that's what he holds up, and he's sort of committed to that. But he's onlooking to this. I'm just getting like air sign acting like a young person. So again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, kind of acting young, maybe petulant here in regards to this group project or dynamic, and you're just kind of hung in the balance, like, what else can I do? I'm a little bit stuck here. I have to surrender to what's going on. And I also see 7 of Wands here showing up for you in reverse. So be sure that in the middle of the month, especially regarding this younger person or this Page of Swords person who's maybe throwing a fit, or any air sign that you're working with. This could be a young teenage boy or young man or someone who's acting young. Make sure that you defend your stance. This is being assertive. This is defending your territory, standing up for what you believe in. This is success despite adversity. But in the reverse position, along with Queen of Wands in reverse, I'm going to ask you, Sag, are you standing up for yourself? Are you standing up for what you believe in, who you are? I'm getting some upside down feelings here. I'm getting that you're kind of, the earth underneath you is a little shaky, or that you're not your normal fiery defending your space kind of feel. Are you giving up any of your beliefs, your integrity, what you stand for, what you represent, what you want? Are you giving into that, or are you asserting yourself? Because this is an opportunity to assert yourself, especially regarding this air sign person or any person who is a younger person or acting young, especially in regards to this group project. Don't forget that you have the right to assert and stand up for your beliefs. And then, Sag, at the end of the month, there may be a way in which you're having a hard time forgiving someone who's a fire sign. And this fire sign person is, I don't know that I'm reading it as you. It's possible that it's you because they're both in reverse. But there's another fire sign involved. So if you're working or dealing with or have a partner who is a Leo, Aries, or another Sag, there's some challenge with letting go stuff from the past or forgiving them. I often read this card Judgment as forgiveness. They're very gung-ho. This is Knight of Wands, so they just want, they're confident and daring and bold, but sometimes they're in the Rider-Waite. Their card is a knight who's on a horse whose 2 legs are up in the air. So they are like rearing up. They're showing a lot of fire, a lot of confidence, but it can also be very cocky and very reckless. And I'm getting the sense that towards the end of the month of May, you need to really work on forgiving this person, and you're going to have a hard time with it. there's something to do with letting the baggage of the past be gone. And it's also like triangulating with this card. So you are in a place where you just kind of have to surrender and accept what's going on. And there needs to be forgiveness between the two of you. This person is actually be asking you for forgiveness. He's looking towards this card. So he may have an apology, or he may do something that requires forgiveness on your part. And it might be very difficult for you to give because it's in the reverse position here. There might be a way in which you need to let go of the remnants of the past. It's saying that you might just need to focus and put your head down into your work. He's looking over here. He's looking for either an apology, or he's looking for you to forgive him. That's the sense I'm getting. I'm getting that he was a little bit reckless, a little daring, a little cocky. He had been a little too fiery, and I'm kind of getting like a jackass here. And this is a forgiveness card. So see if you can do it. There might be some resistance to it, but you just respond by putting your head down into your work and being more creative and cranking out production and cranking out whatever it is that you're working on, what you love to work on. This is the artisan card and the worker card. So this person just creates money by consistent work. They just do what they do, and they can keep doing it, and they're consistent at it. It may be that you're surrounded by these two younger men, or younger people. Sometimes Paige can present as female. And you're just having to put your head down and focus on your work, because as you can see, they are in reverse. They're not seeing eye to eye with you right now. If anything, they may be presenting difficulties or struggles. So if you've got a young person who's an air sign or fire sign, and you just need to like put your head down and just focus on the work, because there seems to be some sort of challenge with another fire sign here. And then there's also, I'm seeing you surrounded by people who are either young or acting young. This is also Knight of Cups. So this is usually a younger water sign. So that's Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And they're not necessarily being helpful to you in terms of your work either right now. There might be sharing a message of love with you, like saying, gosh, I love you so much, but you're just focused on your work right now. Like, you don't actually have time to have a dialogue with them, or you don't have, for whatever reason, you are not in a position to receive this declaration of love. Or if it's from you and you're wanting to declare your feelings or be vulnerable, you don't really feel like you can share that right now, because you are just enmeshed in your work or in whatever it is that you're creating. That it's almost like you can't hear all the stuff that's going on with this water sign, this air sign, this other fire sign, because you just got to get it done. You're just in production mode. So Sag, I think for this, for me, I think, the cards that are standing out the most for me are these two, in the sense of it's a fresh new beginning. You have to surrender to something, especially if it's a collaborative group project. See what you can do to stand up for yourself and really be yourself, because for some reason you're having a hard time asserting yourself. And if there's other people around you who are whining or causing you grief, just put your head down into your work and see if you can forgive this this fire sign person that's causing you trouble. That's what they want you to do. But you may just have to put your head down and finish working and finish whatever the project is that you're working on. So I'm just going to say it might be a time of surrendering to your work in Sag, but there is a new beginning happening. You may just not see it for a while. It may just need some time to gestate. It may not be time to give birth to that quite yet. So that's a reading for you, Sag. If you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to put them down in the comments section. And as always, I just want to thank everyone for watching. Yours in the stars. Also, if you'd like to book a reading with me, I'm running a special for the month of May in celebration of the subscribers and the views. So thank you again, everyone. But I'm going to be taking the month of May to offer a special on readings. I'm going to take them to $5 instead of for the hour-long readings. And for the half an hour long readings, I'm going to be taking them from down to 5. So if you'd like to take advantage of that special during, I'll be doing that till the 31st. And there'll be links in the upper corner if you want to book one of those readings. Thank you again so much. I'm really loving doing this channel with you. Yours in the stars.